Jamaica people, listen ya now. Nearly $30 billion in new taxes coming, and plenty people upset bad. After Hurricane Melissa mash up government revenue, Finance Minister Fayval Williams announced new tax measures for 2026-2027. Sweet drinks getting taxed, cigarettes going up to $20 per stick, alcohol tax increasing, and even tourism activities will move from 10% GCT to 15%. Government say it's about raising revenue and helping with public health. But many Jamaicans asking, why now when people already struggling? Is this recovery plan or more pressure on the poor? Jamaica, this one's serious. Stay tuned.
So today, I don't usually talk about politics, and I just don't like it. But honestly, how can we even think, Minister? How can we even think about charging Jamaicans more taxes? Think about it. We're already a country suffering. People are broke. Don't look at the people driving the rich cars and living in the rich houses. That's a minor amount of the population. Minor. If we have 3 million people in Jamaica, I don't even think 20% is doing well. And the ones that are doing other things, they are not things that I would want to do. So how can you, after coming out of a Category 5 hurricane that devastated not just the West, but businesses across the island that depend on tourism and depend on the dollar and depend on services, I want to sit down and tax people? And your excuse is, Melissa, how much money did you give Jamaica Public Service Company? Do you think about that 150 million US when you're thinking about taxing Jamaican people? How much money did you receive from coffers all over the world and locals as well, in the billions? And where did that go? So why do we have to now be taxed for a hurricane? Think about it. Didn't your other minister put this in place not to have this happen to us and get an insurance of 150 million US to help us, which was given away to another company who don't give a crap about us? And you want to turn around and tell me that you're going to tax Jamaicans that already can't pay tax? We already can't pay the tax. Look on your tax burden for the country. Look at how many people owe tax. Don't look at all these fancy cars coming in and being bought, because most of them end up back on a lot. Have you checked out these repossession lots to see how many cars are come back on them? Have you looked at how many mortgages are being defaulted? Have you looked at how many businesses are struggling? Have you looked at how many banks are not receiving their payments, their credit card payments, their loan payments? So in times of when people are suffering, you came into an election saying you're not charging any more taxes, you're not giving us any more taxes, and you won the election on one of those promises. Now, you have to find other ways to get your money, and that would be a stimulus package, which we have not even gotten. In America, you just get a check in the mail, and that's a stimulus package for people that were hit by whatever it is, whether it's COVID or a hurricane. I've not received a check in the mail. I've not received any stimulus. It is so hard. Make it easier to open a company. Make it easier to do exports. Make it easier for businesses to operate in the country. Stimulate the market by bringing in more businesses that can stimulate income. These hotels that are closed, work to get them open, because that's foreign exchange you're not collecting, not my fault. You have so many hotels closed for one reason only, to collect insurance. Some are devastated, yes, but others are not. And they should open, and they should be demanded to open, because there's nothing wrong with them. And the ones that are being fixed, no problem. Because what has happened is that the good thing is that other people have gone to the smaller hotels. The boutique hotels are full. The hotels that are actually open are full. So we need to look at these things before we just jump to say, Jamaica, get ready for taxes. We're not going to tax the vulnerable. How you know who the vulnerable is? How you know? Because they don't have a job? Some people have businesses that are struggling, especially after Melissa. Some people are doing well. Some people are not. You can't handpick who you're going to tax. How are you going to handpick who you're going to tax? You're going to be doing what other countries are, this other person doing now, say, you're going to tax the poor, or you're going to tax the rich, or you're going to tax the middle class. If you're going to do a tax, it has to be a straight tax. So my advice to you is when you drop GCT the other day to 15.5%, 16 to 15 or whatever, put it back up if you want. Drop your GCT back to 16%. So it's the overall tax bracket. Instead of taxing the businesses and taxing the NIS and the PAYE and the education tax and all these taxes that, you know, I drive on the road the other day, I drop into potholes and I said to myself, we're paying tax, but we have a drop into a pothole. But then I walked on the road the other day, just walked, and I couldn't believe what I was walking on. This is not road. I'm still seeing the stones in the asphalt. It means it's all worn down. The taxes that people are paying should be going towards these things so that we appreciate what we're paying taxes for. But I can't be paying tax on my car, paying to pass my car to